Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to do an easy makeup look. Okay guys, first I like to start off by grooming the eyebrows. It's much easier to sculpt your eyebrows if you properly groom them. Make sure you have a fresh cut shave. It'll be much easier for you to sculpt the eyebrows. So I'm using black opal stick heavily honey to highlight underneath the eyebrows or to cover up the concealer underneath the eyebrows. Then I quickly wipe off the eyebrows with a little alcohol. So now I'm filling in her eyebrows with an eyeshadow by Becca Cosmetics called Espresso. Espresso works very well with a lighter skin tone. I'm just using an angle brush to pick up the eyeshadow to fill in the brows. After filling the brows, I'm grabbing the MAC 242 brush to sculpt it. You can use any lighter concealer to sculpt the eyebrows. I sculpt and fill in at the same time. After getting my desired shape, I will fill in with the angle brush and I will shade the inside of the eyes to give it that fade effect, and I'll wipe it off. For the top, I'll be using Truly Topaz to conceal the concealer above the eyebrows. And I also add a little bit more Truly Topaz at the bottom of her eyebrows because I feel like the heavily honey is a little too bright underneath the eyebrows. After blending the heavily honey and Truly Topaz together, I feel like it's okay. So I'm using an angled brush to straighten up the line or sharpening the line. Then I'm using a schoolie to fade it out. Next, I'll be working out the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. And this is my first crease color. She already has on Clown White as my eyeshadow primer. So I'm just using that color only in the crease. Then I'll be adding this burgundy color in the crease also. Then I come in with a little darker color in the crease also. I dig into my eyeshadow palette so I can make sure I can see it. So if you want to see your color pop, dig into it. Get as much as product on the brush so you can see it. Now I'm using this dark brown color for the ends of the eyes. Now I finish this eye with this shimmery burgundy color. For the eyelashes, I'll be using the Charma lash. in the color Wispy. I use this yellow to soften up the crease. Yes, everybody make mistake when it comes to that liner and shadow, so I'm using now I'm just wiping off any fallout. Now I'm using my favorite liquid liner, Amuse Cosmetic Jet Black Eyeliner, to give her that razor sharp cat eyes. I'm using a little Q-tip with makeup remover on it to help me sharpen up the line. To moisturize her face, I'll be using Cetaphil, then I'll be using Becca Poreless Primer to primer. As you can see, I'm also brushing the brush across the eyebrows to help fade the halo out or blend the halo down. Her foundation is Nars Sheer Glow Medium Dark 3 Cadiz. I love this foundation. It gives you an expensive finish. I only add that shade only in the inner area of her face. For the outer rim of her face, I'll be using MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix Fluid NC50 to blend towards the Nars Cosmetic Foundation to give it an even complexion. Try your best not to get that NC50 in the inner circle of the face. I blend both Nars and the MAC Cosmetic foundation together. Next, I'll be using MAC Cosmetic Pro Longwear Concealer NW35 as her highlighter. The Nars Cosmetic Foundation, the concealer by MAC, it makes a good duet. I love how it looks together. That concealer is popping. That concealer is popping so much that I had to go back and use a little foundation to tone her down. It feels good to know that you made that highlight pop. All jokes aside, if you see that concealer is popping too much, don't be scared to take a little foundation to tone it down. So I'm just dabbing the little foundation on the ends of each area of the concealer just to fade it out. To contour her, I'll be using a mixture of MAC Cosmetic NW48 and 58. All the brushes I use will be listed in the description box. This is my favorite brush when it comes to contouring or adding concealer or the foundation. I use this one brush for everything. It's a stippling foundation brush by Crown Brushes, so look for it in the description box. This is my very favorite trick to do to get a narrow nose. Just use a little concealer to go straight down the middle of the nose to help you get that narrow appearance. Also remember to blend out the fine lines underneath the eyes. Now I'll be using Nars Cosmetics Natural Set to set her highlights. I also add some natural set on top of the lip to make it super matte. Now I'll use Nars Cosmetics Banana Powder to bake her. The baking powder is like an extra aid to help that highlight to pop even more. Everybody have their own definition of baking someone or using the banana powder. Now I'll be using a mixture of blush in the Juvia palette. It'll be, ooh, that's a lot of blush. But when you put too much blush, don't be afraid. Just use a little bit of foundation to cover it up. Even though me keep swiping and swiping and swiping, it's not working. So I had to use a little foundation to cover that thing up. That was a lot of blush. Patting your foundation on top of the blush will tone it down. Next, I'll be using Chestnut pencil from MAC Cosmetics to line up her lips. Now I'm using mophe lipstick by MAC Cosmetics to fill in her lips. Then I'll be using a lip gloss. I don't know the name, it'll be listed in the description box to make that lip look juicy. Now it's time to dust off the powder. Try your best to blend that stuff down, that banana powder. If you don't blend it down completely, you will get a flashback when you take a picture. So try your best to blend that banana powder down. Next, I'll be setting her face with Makeup Forever HD powder in 173. This is the best powder I love to use on high yellow skin girls. I like to use the 173 in the inner areas of the face. Then for the outer rim of the face, I'll be using MAC Cosmetics Skin Finisher in the color Dark. I also use this powder to tone down the blush. Now I'll be using MAC Cosmetics Feline Pencil to line up her eyes. Now I'll be smudging her eyes with the same shadow that I used for her crease. That cardboard is to help me catch any fallout when it comes to smudging underneath the eyes. The same order that you did your eyes should be the same order you do underneath the eyes to smudge it. I'm using the burgundy color and a brown color. For underneath the eyes, you have to make sure the top transition match the bottom transition. Here's another trick to make sure the eyeliner is sharp and that it matches the top, is to sharpen it with a concealer brush. I'll be using the mascara to pull out her bottom lashes and top lashes. And I always use a cardboard to help me just in case I get any mascara on the face. It won't hit the face because I got that cardboard to protect it. Next, I'll be using some pearl white pigment from NYX in the inner corner of her eyes to give her a little pop. For the final touches, I'll be adding a little shimmer underneath the eyebrow bone. I'm using the Stacey Mary Be Perfect palette center for underneath the eyebrow bone. Now I'm setting her face with Urban Decay D-Slick Setting Spray. Then I'm using my Gold Deposit by MAC Cosmetics to give her some shimmer. Give her a little bronze, that glowy effect. Watch this glow. Now I'm using a smaller brush for the nose and the mophe of the lip to give it a little more bronze effect. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button. And please leave a comment and let me know what you think about this video. And please let me know what other videos I should do. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to comment.